This is conference call reaction. There are earning reactions and Thangamayil Jewellery. That's the gold play, right? We were just talking about how gold returns have been incredible. Just look at the sales performance of the company in the third quarter. The overall revenue of the company grew by 26.5%. Retail revenue, gold jewellery revenue actually grew by 30%. But nearly 26% of that is largely on account of the prices of gold because gold volumes grew by just about 4% itself. Strong festive season, wedding season aided performance, and that's not all. In February itself, Basant Panchami, the company reported sales growth of 54%. So SM Lakshmanan, who's the Vice President Finance and Accounts at Thangamayil Jewellery, now joins in. Thanks a lot, Mr. Lakshmanan, for joining in. It's a good performance that you've reported, and gold continues to surge ahead. So the question then, the obvious question is that what is the likely revenue growth that you are going to end this year with? And how much of that will be on account of gold price rise? How much of that will be on account of gold volume rise?
Good afternoon, Mangalam. Thank you for the opportunity. Thangamayil Jewellery Limited has achieved 3,530 crore rupees during the 9-month period of FY 24-25, registering a retail revenue growth of 24% year-on-year. In terms of volume, gold increases by 4% for the 9-month period, and diamond increases by 14%. To answer your question, Mangalam, the company is expected to end the financial year bettering the 9 months year-on-year growth performance.
Oh, 9 months you've done phenomenally well, and you expect to end this year bettering the 9-month performance itself.
It is, yes. In terms of volume as well as in terms of...
Could you give us a quantitative number out there? Are you looking at 30% growth here by the end of this year on a top line basis?
No, Mangalam, certainly not 30% plus, 24% plus, I'm saying.
24% plus.
Yeah.
Mr. Lakshmanan, good afternoon. Thank you for joining in. If you could tell us how much of this margin expansion that you saw during the quarter, you went up from 5.6, you went up to 7.3. How much of that was due to the high gold prices, and were there any more write-downs that you had to undertake because of the customs duty cut?
Good afternoon. Setting aside the gold price variation impact, the company continues to improve its operational efficiencies. Setting aside this gold price variation, my EBITDA margin stands at 5.67% for the 9 months of FY 24-25, which we have given the results, as compared to 5.40% previous year corresponding period. There is a 27 basis point increase in terms of EBITDA margin, despite the customs duty reduction hit. To answer your question, Omas, the customs duty reduction hit has been completed by Thangamayil Jewellery in Q2 itself. Normalizing for this customs duty reduction hit, EBITDA margin would have been somewhere around 6.1%. And the company is confident of maintaining EBITDA margin at 6+% levels going forward as well.
All right, you will maintain it at 6% plus levels. You've maintained that earlier as well. Mr. Lakshmanan, just wanted to understand the correlation between gold prices and your own margins, because over a period of time, you've increased your hedging. Now it stands at around 91%. 9% of your inventory is still unhedged. So you make inventory gains every time gold prices rise, right? Why is it that then you are increasing your hedges as well? Do you not want to benefit from increased gold prices?
No, but historically the company had the policy of having the hedging around 65 to 75%. Post-COVID, especially in the recent 1 or 2 years, the company has increased this percentage to 85 to 90 as a policy, as a hedging policy. And the company continues to stick to that hedging policy. Prices may go up, may come down. But the company tries to have its own hedging policy.
So you'd remain at that 90-91% or 85 to 90% level, or not maybe go beyond that as well, say 94-95%?
As at the moment, the company has the policy of 85 to 90% hedging policy as compared to the 65-75, which I just said in the past.
So you will make better gains in the fourth quarter as well because gold prices are rising. What about the non-gold part of your portfolio? Because there you were expecting that to be about 10% plus of your overall sales. Instead of going 10% plus, it's actually gone lower. It's 8.25% for the first 9 months of this year.
Mangalam, I will put it the other way. In the midst of peak gold prices, non-gold revenue of Thangamayil Jewellery continues to increase at 15% for 9-month period, which is an encouraging one. The gold passion and the gold price try to outweigh the non-gold. Otherwise, my non-gold performance continues to be strong, and it is at 15%.
Right. Mr. Lakshmanan, you had also approved a fundraising plan that was around 600 crores through the rights issue. When do we see that happening? And once it's done, how do you plan on utilizing those proceeds?
Yeah, the company goes ahead with the 510 crore rupees rights issue. The money is expected to come in by March last week, probably. And it is for the ongoing expansion. Let me just have a brief about the company's expansion plans also, in line with this rights issue money usage. As at the moment, the company has opened 4 showrooms for this financial year till date. The company sets its foot in Chennai during this month. The flagship showroom is going to be launched on 23rd of February, and 3 more outlets are going to be opened by 31st of March, probably taking the new showrooms tally expected to be 8 for this financial year. And the company goes ahead with the expansion for the financial year 25-26 in and around the Chennai city and in a few pockets in the state of Tamil Nadu. So the money which is going to be collected in terms of rights issue is going to be used for this onward expansion.
Thank you, Mr. Lakshmanan, for joining in and giving us what took place in the third quarter. Confident of beating the 9th-month revenue growth in the entire year of FY25 as well. We would have prodded you a little more to give us a guidance on FY26, but we'll leave that for another conversation, maybe at the end of the 4th quarter as well. We'll leave you with the promise of joining us at the end of this financial year. Wish you good luck and shining gold, as we see, for not just Thangamayil Jewellery, but the entire jewellery sector itself. Gold has beaten performance of all other asset classes in this year itself and over the longer period as well, as various reports do show. We take a short break, come back. From gold, we come back to health. Zydus Wellness, the management joins in to discuss their third quarter numbers.